This is Jesus' last night on earth with his disciples. And after dinner, he rose up and he put a towel around himself and he started to wash their feet. Now, this was a job for someone who was a servant. Guess why Jesus did that? And he starts to wash their feet. He gets to Peter, and Peter says, you know what? Unless you wash all of me, I'm not going to let you wash my feet. And Jesus says, I've washed all of you, but your feet need washing. And so, this is kind of just such an interesting piece, because Jesus then washes their feet, and then he says, in 15, I've given you an example that you should do this as I have done to you. And it's like, that's a command that he's giving his disciples, to wash each other's feet. Now, are you doing that? I mean, how many of you have washed people's feet in the last week? I mean, it just isn't a very common thing. There are churches that will have a foot washing ceremony, but I've read that and thought, okay, how do I complete this that he's asked us to do? He's given us an example, and then he's given us a command. If I'm doing this for you, I want you to do it for them. And I gave that quite a bit of thought, and I felt like the Lord gave me an answer. And the answer is doing Immanuel. Coaching. What is it that Peter was already washed? He was already saved. He was already sanctified. I mean, not sanctified. He was already justified. But he's been walking through this dusty world, and he needs his feet clean. And I'm thinking, for us, we have been already, saved, justified. But what is this stuff we keep doing in Immanuel? This broken stuff. This is because we've walked through this dusty world. And so, in a way, it is sanctification, isn't it? That you're going salvation, and then you're being sanctified as you walk along. But what do we do in Immanuel? We get people hooked up with Jesus, and essentially we're taking part in him washing their feet, because he's taking these old wounds, sins, and lies, and he's cleaning them. And I've realized that this is a call for us who see it to wash each other's feet. So I want to encourage you in your coaching that what you're doing is setting up an opportunity for a person to come in who's already saved, but having walked through this world, picked up dust, picked up dirt, picked up sin, wounds, and lies, and bringing those to Jesus as we wash their feet together. Now, think about it, pray about it, but I think it's a call to coach Immanuel.